You pay them down. Anywhere, actually anywhere, what start my hustle soon. As soon as they pay, if you can't wait, they carry us through. As soon as they pay, they give you pressure. As soon as they pay, they give you pressure. Give it back for me to cool my temper. As soon as they pay, they give you pressure. They break again, that was a start. Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see, but the same person is bad. Now I every day, now I
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand for the real authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do well for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go into 20 pop. Put it to each kid. Be that living simple. When chicken say, oh, it's a gossip. As soon as they pray, when chicken say, oh, it's a foxy. Now every day I do this. 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 Now I every day I'm living this. Now I every day I'm living this. Now I every day I'm living this. Soon I'm everything I know you to say. You and your friends, who got it.
Let's say a pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Welcome to another edition of the program from the Prime News. This beautiful and lovely Tuesday, the 8th day in the month of July, and the year is 2025. My name is Wendell Nimna, and I'm here this morning with Esther Daku. Esther, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to all of our listeners. It's good to be here again on the Tuesday edition of the program from the Print News. I'm glad that I'm here again.
All right, folks, so we like to welcome all of you wherever you are at your business place, those of you making your way to your hustle ground, those of you at work, whatever you're doing, just make sure you do it the right way, because it's always good to do things the legal way. If you do things the illegal way, it's going to get caught up with you. So we advise all of you making your way to your hustle ground. I'm not talking about, this gone Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yes. Esther, I watched something and I was like, the motorbike guy was on his phone. All right. The guy was browsing through, and then two guys on the motorbike just came and just checked the guy's phone and they were gone.
I know my team.
Motorbike man check motorbike man phone.
I'm telling you.
The country here is not easy. I was sitting just right there taking some Atai on the weekend, and I saw that thing happening. I was like, oh.
And Wendell is getting bad on a daily basis. It is getting seriously bad. I don't know for the other ends, but I will speak for the Bannersville belt. Let's say the entire Bannersville belt, Wendell. It is terrible. You don't want to be caught up in a keke with a waist bag or a bag on you that somebody who's outside driving can see it. You got to camouflage. It's not going to wait.
I'm telling you.
The moment they see it, Wendell, they will drag you for the keke. You will fall on the quarter. You will scrape. They won't care about what you got on you. They want to take it. And it's really sad. It is really bad. This time you can't move around with your phone in your hand. I was going to the market. When was that? I didn't come to work on Tuesday. I went to the market. I had to use back to go window. And I had to be hiding when you even hold your phone in your hand, people pass by so tell you holding your phone in your hand. So I'm like, what's going on? Because I've not been with the back team for a very long time. So I tried it. It is horrible. They tried checking my bag the last time and all of that. The country is horrible.
Sometimes we want to put the blame on the police. Oh, the police there, the police can't do anything. Can you imagine somebody who is riding a motorbike? His phone was checked by motorbike riders. He couldn't chase them to get them. When the guy came out with asking, did you get your phone? He said no. So, sometimes we want to shift blame on the police, but what do you expect the police to do? They are not mobile. The man is standing right there. Somebody check your phone. You will be chasing the person in car or on motorbike. You'll be wasting your time.
Wendell, it has gotten to the point where broad day, around 6 o'clock, where the street is crowded, most especially to the various junctions around Juarez Market. Somebody drove on a guy. He had a bag. People were standing around. They fought the guy. They took his bag. He got hurt. His shoes, one of them got missed. People will be right there when they don't do nothing about it.
I just don't understand why people will not be, their brother's keeper.
No,
because
our
window will not be standing. I'm telling you, our window will not be standing somewhere, and then I witness such a thing, and I say, no, I know about it, so I'm not going to put my hand. Somebody trying to steal from somebody, and we all there, we seeing it happening, and nobody can go there to arrest the situation.
And you see scissors in their hand, you're still not afraid?
Your sister, I can get it. I go and pick up something too to defend myself. I'm not going to kill you. What I would do, I will hit you to where you will be powerless.
Okay.
Seriously, we're not. Look. We don't push for mob justice and all of that, but sometimes these things are necessary because, like you're saying, people are there, broad daylight, somebody trying to steal from somebody, and nobody can go and help that person. I don't think it's good. But folks, let's welcome you again to the Prime News, the Tuesday edition. We are here. Let's cross over to our man Aliyu Masale. Aliyu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Nimne. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Laburo. This is Aliyu Masade. Glad to be here this morning. How was the weekend?
Well, the weekend was great. I mean, no complaint, nobody died from the family, no script on us and nothing. So we are just grateful to God. It was a wonderful weekend. How was yours?
Thank God the weekend was okay. Just that too much flood coming again, our people dying, yes, in Texas and that of North Carolina. But that's so good. We pray for God guidance on them. But so far the weekend was okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, but I got a complaint on my decks for you. Somebody came here the last time and said to me, Wendell, you need to talk to Aliyu Masale. I'm part of his family, but I don't know what have I done to him. He has turned his back on me. So I'll talk to you after the show. I'm just giving you a gist of what the person said, but I'll call you after the show. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So this morning, Esther, Aliyu, and I in our studio this morning, we have the Front Page Africa newspaper and the Daily Observer. Those of you celebrating your birthday today, we say happy birthday. If you are celebrating your wedding anniversary, like our vision bearer and his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Sam Sion celebrates their wedding anniversary today. So I want to say happy wedding anniversary from the pre-news crew to Counselor Kebe Sion and your darling husband, old man Sam Sion, Zebra. Happy wedding anniversary. Just don't know how many years together, but we just want to wish you well as you celebrate today. Hope we can get, the years you guys spent together. All right, so let's get to the top stories on the Front Page Africa newspaper. It says, easing the burning. Government and money transfer business breathe sign of relief as Trump's remittance tax is cut to 1%, but U.S. citizens now also face the levy. And another story says this has to do with foreign relations, that is, prioritizing economic diplomacy. Liberia's ambassador designated to Nigeria vows to pursue oil and gas opportunities for Liberia's benefit. And lastly, this is labor business. Acting on malice and hatred, SIB loses labor case to former RICS manager over unfair dismissal and administrative errors and discrimination. So those are the top stories. Let's get to the big ones. It says here, documents show ex-foreign minister Kimia didn't receive Saudi rice funds. Money was paid directly to vendor. Act of political vendetta is a question mark to this caption. As per our letter of 6 April 2023 requesting payment for supply of 29,412 bags of rice of 25 kgs value as per our invoice, KSR 2023-001 dated 6 April 2023 with mention of our preferred banking details in Liberia for US 500,000 United States dollars and confirmed receipt of said supply by the designated agencies of the government of Liberia. Sir, we did receive US 487,135 and 4 United States dollars attached on 10 May 2023 with a shortage of US 12,864 and 96 United States dollars. Based on our issued invoice to KS Relief, excerpt of Omaru Barrow, General Manager of Futa Corporation's letter to Saudi government. And this story is very interesting. Let's take a few lines from there. Let's get to a few lines. Let's see whether we can make our way to that story. Yes, I'm there. It says here, Monrovia, corruption allegations made against former Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Sakimi are being contradicted by documents and testimonies obtained by Front Page Africa. Contrary to claims by former Assistant Minister for American Affairs Maxwell Var, financial transactions tied to a Saudi rice donation were not handled by Kimia or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but were paid directly to the vendor, Futa Corporation. Var recently accused Kimia of misappropriating a total of US $4 million in foreign assistance, US $2.5 million from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and US $1.5 million from the Kingdom of Morocco, allegedly meant for food aid and renovation of the ministry's headquarters. The claims have since sparked debate and drawn public attention, but new evidence reviewed by Front Page Africa appears to clear Kimia of wrongdoing. In 2022, September 2027, the government of Saudi Arabia transferred the amount of US $2.5 million to us at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, US $500,000 for food aid, US $2 million for the restoration of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I think there should be renovation. All right. Var stated in an interview, when we came from the General Assembly, the Minister and Deputy Minister, Madam Thelma Duncan Sawyer, hid that information from us. However, a thorough review of official documents and correspondence shows that the Saudi food aid came in the form of rice. 29,412 bags of 25 kg valued at approximately US $425,918. These goods were not procured or paid by the Liberian government, but were arranged and financed directly by Saudi authorities, with Futa Corporation serving as the vendor. In a letter dated May 10, 2023, addressed to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Futa's Corporation General Manager Omaru Bari confirmed the receipt of funds directly from the donor and requested a balance payment for the remaining amount. Sir, we did receive US $487,135 and 4 United States dollars attached on May 10, 2023, with a shortage of US $12,864 and 96 United States dollars based on our issued invoice to the KS Relief, Barry wrote. Therefore, we humbly request through your office for reimbursement of the outstanding balance of this transaction. We highly appreciate your valuable business and look forward to more engagements in the future. This correspondence indicates that the entire transaction was handled by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's humanitarian arm, King Salam Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center, KS Relief, without the Foreign Ministry or Kimia having access to or control over the funds. Further undermining Var's claim is video footage and eyewitness accounts obtained by Front Page Africa showing Kimia and then Internal Affairs Minister Vani Sirleaf, along with officials from the National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA, and Saudi representatives overseeing the rice distribution at GSA and NDMA facilities. During the handover, Kimia was captured on video telling NDMA officials this rice must go only to vulnerable Liberians. No public official, including myself, should benefit from it. It is not for personal use. Multiple foreign ministry staff confirmed to Front Page Africa that Kenya did not take part in procurement, storage, or distribution of the rice and did not personally request or receive any portion of the consignment. On the matter of the alleged US $2 million in Saudi funding for foreign ministry renovations, documents show that any renovation support provided by Saudis did not pass through Kenya or the ministry. The renovation contract was handled by the MDMC, a Liberian construction firm selected through the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission's PPCC process in line with standard government procurement procedures. The process was overseen by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Justice and Finance, and Development Planning. Documentation review by Front Page Africa shows that Kenya was not a signatory to any financial instrument or contract related to the renovation and had no administrative role in awarding the contract. Well, folks, we will stop there because of time, so you can grab a copy of the Front Page Africa newspaper. All right, let's get to more stories. But I think Gus is here. Gus, let's give you a second to greet the audience, and we come back to read. So, good morning from our end.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Esther. Glad to see you here. Good morning, Elio. Gus Corman, glad to be here. Esther, you know I ain't seen you for a while, so stop it, man.
All right, that's the voice of Gus Corman. So let's take our final story here on the Front Page Africa, and it has to do with documents revealed. Ministry is finance, agriculture, education. WFP redirected COVID-19 funds to homegrown school feeding program. Diversion in good faith is a question mark to this caption. In the recommendations from the last steering committee meeting contained in the COHFSP final report, the steering committee proposed that the savings be reallocated. The savings be reallocated to support a national homegrown school feeding program to be coordinated by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection, with the World Food Program serving as implementing agency. This homegrown school feeding program targets to procure approximately 1,300 metric tons of locally produced commodities per school year. That includes rice, gari, beans, and palm oil. The plan is to gradually increase the quantity of locally produced commodities that will be purchased from the smallholder farmers to at least 3,000 metric tons annually. Aliyu Diongu, former WFP representative and country director. I present my compliments and refer to the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning approval for the Ministry of Agriculture, MOA, to work with the World Food Program, the Ministry of Education, and other stakeholders to use 20% of the COVID-19 utilized funds, which amounts to US $234,350 for the National Homegrown School Feeding Program, giving the Ministry of Finance Development Planning's role in tracking and reporting funds utilization. I kindly request that the MOA furnishes the MFDP with relevant program details and anticipated results from the National Homegrown School Feeding Program post-implementation. Augustine Pehi Gafour, Minister of Finance. All right, let's take a few lines from there. A front page Africa investigation has uncovered that a portion of the remaining funds from Liberia's COVID-19 household food support program has been redirected to the government's consolidated account to support the National Homegrown School Feeding Program. The COHFSP was originally designed to provide emergency food assistance to Liberia's most vulnerable populations during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, questions surrounding the expenditure of the fund resurfaced after former Finance Minister Samuel D. Twere recently addressed allegations made by Stanton Witherspoon, CEO of the Spoon Network. At a press conference in Monrovia last week, Twere explained that the Liberian government, through the International Monetary Fund, secured US $25 million for the program in 2020. An additional US $5 million was provided by the World Bank through the Ministry of Agriculture under the STAR-P project. According to Twere, all funds were transferred directly to the World Food Program for implementation, bypassing any direct handling by government agencies. I was very happy with this arrangement, Twere said. It meant to no Liberian government institution could be accused of stealing the money. The WFP received and spent the funds. If there is a problem, they should be the ones under investigation. He further stated that by July 2022, the WFP reported spending US $23.8 million of the total US $30 million, with a remaining balance of over US $2 million. He claimed that by the end of the CDC administration, the WFP had not returned the unspent funds to the government of Liberia or the World Bank. He referenced a turnover note from the Department of Economic Management detailing the funds and pending reimbursements, questions over a reallocation of unused funds. Twere revealed that in March 2025, current Finance Minister Augustine Kpehi Gafar wrote to him requesting clarification regarding the reallocation of US $234,350, 20% of the remaining COVID-19 funds for the school feeding program. Twere said the reallocation was not approved under his tenure, despite earlier requests from the World Bank, that's from the World Food Program. I rejected the request when the WFP asked in 2023. It's ironic that the current minister approved it, yet there are rumors of my arrest. If I had approved it, they would have accused me of diverting WFP money for CDC elections, Twere added. A letter obtained by the Front Page Africa from Aliyu Diongu, then WFP representative and country director, addressed to the then Minister Twere, confirmed that this money in savings remained from the COHFSP, or US $1,171,744 from the IMF funded US $25 million and US $857,555 from the World Bank funding US $5 million. According to Diongo, the COHFSP steering committee, in its final report, recommended reallocating these savings to support the National Homegrown School Feeding Program. The program would be coordinated by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and implemented by the World Food Program. I think we can stop here and then send controls to Esther to bring us more stories from the Daily Observer newspaper. So, folks, that does it for the Front Page Africa newspaper.
Thank you, Wendell. Thank you very much. And this morning, I have on my desk the Daily Observer. I don't know what my sound. It's okay. I think I need to just increase this. Okay, the Daily Observer is on my desk this morning, and the top story says Mount Coffee now satisfied for carbon credit project, but EPA had no say in the process. This is on page 10. We want to run some lines from here, and then we can run on to other stories. Let's just pick it up. And it says Liberia's largest energy source, the Mount Coffee Hydro Power Plant, has been approved as a project under the Global Carbon Council Voluntary Carbon Market Program, aiming to reduce 120,600 tons of carbon emission per year. The deal, which was approved by the GCC on June 16, 2025, was submitted on July 7, 2025 by the Liberia Electricity Corporation as a legal owner, ERA Group, and Hydro Cooperation as Operation International SA, a Swiss-based privately owned company, as co-owners. The crediting period runs from November 12, 2016 to December 10, 2026. Hydro Operation International SA, now one of the project owners, was contracted for a 5-year period during the hydropower plant rehabilitation in 2012 to operate and maintain the power plant and to train the Liberian staff to take over at the end of 2017. In an email, LEC's Deputy Managing Director of Operations, Thomas Gonkawar, said that the hydropower plant registration was a standard compliance requirement for all hydropower facilities before operation to ensure that the project aligns with the international environmental and sustainability standards. We would like to let you know that while the plant has been registered, the Liberia Electricity Corporation is now currently engaged in is not currently engaged in any carbon trading arrangements under this registration. In spite of Gonkawar's response in an email, Anna Mazar, GCC's communications director, said the Mount Coffee Hydro project was specifically registered in a GCC's program under the voluntary carbon market mechanism on 16 June 2025. The project is now registered, therefore, all requirements have been fulfilled. VCM is a decentralized system where individuals, companies, and organizations voluntarily buy and sell carbon credits to offset their greenhouse gas and emissions without the approval of a national government or legislation. Unlike compliance markets, which are regulated by government, the VCM operates outside of mandatory legal frameworks. Hydropower plays a significant role in reducing greenhouse gas emissions for electricity generation compared to fossil fuel-based power plants like thermal plants and diesel generators. The most significant way hydropower reduces emission is by not burning fossil fuels, that's coal or natural gas, to generate electricity. Traditional thermal power plants release large amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, CH4, and nutrients oxide into the atmosphere during combustion. Hydropower uses the force of moving water to spin turbines, producing electricity without direct combustion. The hydropower is key as Liberia prepared to enter the carbon market as the largest source of power in the country. Leveraging the plant will boost its carbon potential. Every kilowatt per hour of electricity generated by hydropower displaces a kilowatt that would otherwise likely come from a fossil fuel plant. This directly avoids the associated GHG emission. It is estimated that using hydropower instead of the fossil fuels has helped avoid over 100 billion tons of CO2 in the past 50 years. With a total cost of US $357 million, the rehabilitation of the hydropower plant was funded by the Liberian government, the Norwegian government, the European Investment Bank, the German Development Bank, and the U.S. Millennium Challenge Corporation to reduce the low power supply and promote high quality energy in Liberia. The hydropower plant remained the biggest power source in Liberia with an installed capacity of 88 megawatt, with 60 megawatt fully functional, followed by the thermal plant, which uses diesel and remainder from power imports and other sources. Mizar said that while the absence of carbon legislation in a country does not affect a project's eligibility under the VCM, such projects can still participate in VCMs. However, in line with the GCC's requirement, GSG emission reduction project Mount Coffee Hydro project compliance with applicable national laws, regulations, and policies is comprehensively assessed, particularly through the legal requirements test. The project implementation is not mandated by the law and is completely voluntary, and by ensuring environmental and social safeguards under local regulations. The GCC projects are approved by both the United Nations Agency, International Civil Aviation Organization, and the Carbon Offsetting and Reduction Scheme for International Aviation, supporting climate action at a global scale. For projects registered under the GCC seeking eligibility under the CROSA or Article 6.2 mechanisms, host country readiness is essential, including the presence of necessary infrastructure for the insurance of a host country letter of authorization. But I think we're going to leave you there because we can bring the end here. It's too long, but you can grab a copy of the Daily Observer to go in depth with that story. Let's run up more. Dr. Pillow wins LSE Rising Star Impact Prize. And she's right here, photographed at the front page of the Daily Observer. I think we all know who Dr. Pillay is. Dr. Nije Pillay. She was the 2024 Independence Day orator. And then let's see more story here. Chamber of Mines laws government of Liberia for US 1.8 billion Ivanhoe Atlantic deal. And let's run up more stories this morning. Ministry of Health launches campaign against infant mortality. The Safe Motherhood Week will shed light and help mitigate the menace of infant death. This is on page 10 of the paper. You can also grab a copy to read. Let's bring it to the back page of the Daily Observer. PUL advocates jail journalist Steams release in Maryland. This is also at the back page, but we will take a few lines. The Press Union of Liberia is actively engaged in efforts to secure the release of Edwin Steam, a broadcast journalist who has been in detention since July 1, 2025. Mr. Steam was ordered to be detained at the Harper Central Prison in Maryland County on the grounds of the criminal contempt of court by Associate Magistrate Nemad Bidel of the Jeddah Magistrates Court. The arrest warrant is issued on June 30, 2025, was prompted by Mr. Steam's failure to appear before the court following a broadcast on Voice of Hope radio that allegedly implicated Magistrate Bidel in bribery and the unlawful release of a drug suspect. Alongside his colleagues, including Voice of Hope station manager Ivor Slaw, Mr. Steam had previously attended a conference on June 28, 2025, where it was decided that the story aired on the whistleblower talk show would be retracted. An apology letter was to be presented to the court during a follow-up meeting scheduled for June 30 due to the bereavement affecting one of their colleagues. Mr. Steam and his team were unable to attend the June 30 conference. Their absence was not communicated to the court, leading Magistrate Bidel to issue the arrest order on the same day. subsequently executed on July 1. Upon learning of the situation on the night of July 4, 2025, from journalist Langton Joe Wilson, station manager of City FM in Plebo, the PUL immediately reached out to Magistrate Bedell to facilitate the release of Mr. Stem. Although initial efforts yielded limited results, the PUL was able to connect with Magistrate Bedell on the afternoon of Saturday, July 5. He assured the PUL that arrangements were being made to release the journalist by Monday, July 7. The PUL has verified information from federal journalists in Maryland County indicating that Mr. Stem currently being transported from Harper Central Prison to the Jidabo Magisterial Court for restoration of his freedom. Once his release is finalized, the PUL intends to discuss with Mr. Stem the circumstances surrounding his detention and address any health, safety, and legal concerns that have arisen from his experience over the past 6 days. And finally, for the back page of the Daily Observer, a big boost for public teacher education workers as our NTACOS announces LD 16 million surplus begins massive mobilization to recruit more members. Interesting on education, we take some lines. It says the National Teachers Association of Liberia Credit Union, a cooperative society, has climaxed its 6th annual General Assembly in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County with a financial disclosure of the net surplus of LD 16 million 734,000 this should be 16,139,734.68 as compared 14 million Liberian dollars generated in 2023, something which delegates termed as laudable. The income generated according to the delegates at the annual General Assembly is laudable for the improvement of the operations and interest of the struggling teachers to be lifted out of poverty by the means of increments in loans meant for public school teachers and education workers to improve their lives. The annual General Assembly is a routine year-end gathering that brings members, regional heads, shareholders, and financial stakeholders of the institution to discuss well-being of the association and mechanisms that will improve the economic status of its members. Wendell, that's where we want to stop. Let's send controls back to you.
Thank you very much, Esther, for that reading. Let's quickly recap those stories, and then we send controls. As a matter of fact, take our break. And when we come back, we'll send controls to our guys. Too many interesting stories we brought you this morning from the Front Page Africa newspaper and the Daily Observer. So we are trying to recap for you quickly. We started this morning with the Front Page Africa, and these are stories we brought you. The top stories first: easing the burden, government and money transfer business breed a sign of relief as Trump's remittance tax is cut to 1%. But U.S. citizens now also face the levy. And foreign relation, it says prioritizing economic diplomacy. Liberia's ambassador designated to Nigeria, Ballot, vows to pursue oil and gas opportunities for Liberia's benefit. And labor issue, acting on malice and hatred. SIB loses labor case to former risk manager over unfair dismissal and administrative errors and discrimination. So the big story says documents show ex-foreign minister Kimia didn't receive Saudi rice funds. Money was paid directly to vendor. Act of political vendetta is a question mark. And then lastly, documents reveal ministries, finance, agriculture, education, WFP redirected COVID-19 funds to homegrown school feeding program. Diversion in good faith is a question mark. And that does it for the front page Africa, the Daily Observer. Mount Coffee now certified for carbon credit project, but EPA had no say in the process. Dr. Pele wins LSE Rising Star Impact Prize. Another story says Chamber of Mines lauds government of Liberia for US 1.8 billion Avino Atlantic deal. And we see Amara Kamara, the president of the Liberia Chamber of Mines, is photographed right here under this caption. MOH launches campaign against infant mortality. The Safe Motherhood Week will shed light and help mitigate the menace of infant death. And we see the photograph of the Minister of Health here, Dr. Louise Maple Puto. Let's run to the back page. PUL advocates jail journalist stamps released in Maryland. And lastly, big boys for public teacher and education workers, as the National Teachers Association of Liberia and the CUCS announces a $16 million Liberian dollar surplus and begins massive mobilization to recruit more members. Well, folks, those are all the stories. Let's take word from our sponsors when we come back with Send Controls to Gus and Aliyu.
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, so go in deep and deeper. Put in thought to each key. Be that living sense in her.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Tell it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk it, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands.
Don't take the laws into your own hands, so says Crime Stoppers. As a matter of fact, the man himself, Oman Sam Sion, and his darling wife are celebrating their wedding anniversary today. So again, we want to say congratulations to them, Oman Sam Sion and your darling wife, Counselor Kebe Sion. And today is also the birthday of Chief Superintendent Stephen Sawe of the Liberia National Police. Stephen Quantes Sawe, happy birthday to you. So let's go to Gus and Aliu. You guys can take maybe 5 minutes each, and then we can come back and take calls. So you listen to all of the stories. Which one you want to talk about? Let's hear from you. Aliu, Gus, are you there? Aliu and Gus, you're there?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. But then before I was that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, for me, the first story there, it had to do with the former foreign minister, Mr. Kimia. So this government, for what we just read in the newspaper, that if this information is true, so what is the government going to tell Mr. Kimia? Because these are some of the things, at least before you arrest somebody, make sure you do your investigation, everything before you think of arresting someone. But you guys just went early morning, arrested Mr. Kimia, Madam Bro, and one other Mr. William, took them to criminal Kusi in less than an hour, and took them to South Beach and humiliated them in such a form and manner. So, if there's information in the paper that is true, what is the government going to tell Mr. Kimia? You see, you can't continue to do this thing, being selective, being so vindictive. This government just after which hunt. You see, this man said we've been doing Mr. Kimia throughout the history of Liberia, all the places he worked, we hear about any corruption on him. Yet, Une Joseph Waka government coming to say, oh, hey, mayor, they stole rest. Right now in Liberia, we get millions of dollar corruption cases. And you coming after something that just, even though, yes, corruption is nothing, anywhere you steal or whatsoever, you can even say be $5, you can go after people. But we're talking about millions of dollar cases. You can even say handle this one and then you go after rest. You see, this is all about this is all about going after your political opponent because you want to like disgrace them, make the country to look at them in such a form and manner. But for what was just read in the newspaper, if this information is true, the government owe Mr. Kimia an apology because it is very, very bad. You can't, such a man just to disrespect him, humiliating in such a form and manner where no investigation was carried out to just hold him some money for your horse, carry him to court from court when they're locking up. I think this thing the government continue to do is not good for our country. And Mr. Bwaka, those people who give you these advices, you have to really think because you're too old to be doing this kind of thing. So just as I said, if this information is true, the government owe Mr. Kimia an open apology. And again, this issue about this 1.6 billion, I don't really know what's happening because the Unity Party, these people were celebrating that the government were coming to get 5 billion for HPS, all kinds of things. And how come it had come down to 1.8 billion? And these people, we know them. Every little thing they will be running around to celebrate. And I think signing a 1.8 billion concession, that's another achievement from your government that we expect people to be celebrating. But up to now, we see them, they are so quiet, they are so sad. And we are getting information. And for me, I know this information, they are quite correct. Because this one HPS, the multi-railroad user permit, it has been ongoing today. These are some of the things according to information, and we know it is true that get people like Samuel Tuene to be sanctioned today because you don't play with American interests. Anywhere that interest lies, when you're there, you really need to stand strong to make sure they get what they want. And today we see the lives of Samuel Tuene and others where they are today under sanction. And this government, I think even there was a letter that was sent to the president in such a demanding form on the CHPS, the multi-railroad user permit. And all along, President Bwaka, if you knew you were going to sign this deal, why it took you so long to just go behind closed door and secretly sign the deal on a Sunday night before leaving Monday morning to come to President Trump's call? So to tell you that because we know we are here, we get information from both here in Liberia as well. Because Dave Gontan, he was in Nimakante, prison, Ashla Mental, this and that, and what have you. And these people got all of this information. That's one of the things in his call to really come and explain to the president here what's going on with the whole the HPA deal between Liberian government and those investors. So these are some of the reasons he didn't just sign it. If you see a president signing such a deal or Sunday night behind closed doors secretly, so you can know that there was a real pressure that was on. There was some humiliation and embarrassment. And now our president going to sign a concession agreement without legislative approval. So what is going on in the country? So this is because when I talk to some of my friends in the government and even the House of Representatives, some of them never knew anything. They just heard it yesterday morning, started seeing it in the newspaper. So what kind of government are we running that the president can just go and sign concession without legislative approvals? Nobody knows anything about it. These are some of the things he wants a regime speaker, so he can do whatever he wants to do, and Kun is not going to say anything, because this thing couldn't happen when Fonati Kofa was going to be there as a speaker. So to tell you, President Baka is going to run the country anyhow he feel like, because now he coming to get the Justice Ministry, he get the House of Representatives. The Senate also, he will soon start. He already get it because Yombli is there and he's the head of the executive. So he just going to run his show the way he feel like, and he remain unquestionable. So these are some of the things. It is not good for our country. Well, let's wait and see. Let he come for the call and go back. Maybe now at that time they will tell us, we the Liberian people, why we stand to benefit from the 1.8 billion concession agreement, from 5 billion to 1.8. We just hope it shouldn't be another Bukos agreement that will be signed that won't make any impact on we the Liberian people. You see, because that's a little good amount of money. But now, if you start the whole thing illegally or constitutionally from the beginning, then how will it end? Because if you can start signing concession agreement without legislative approval, that is not done legally. So something that starts illegally, how is it going to end? So far so good. We pray for his safe arrival, and we pray that he had a good meeting with President Trump and take good news back to the country. Liberia is all we have. I pray for President Buakai to succeed in the good work, but not the bad work. Because one time I said it, somebody said it was disappointed in me. So if I say I want this government to succeed, they should succeed in the good they are doing. And the bad they are doing, let them try to change it to good. Well, I'm not praying for them to succeed in the bad work, but in the good work. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Gus, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I listened to most of the stories. Again, there's not really much there, but the same old back and forth. If you're going to prosecute people for something that they wrong, do it. I don't need to hear about it for 10,000 days. In the end, our people have not, the situation of our people have not changed. So they continue to continue to be the same. So I'll say they need to do what they need to do. But the concession agreement, again, my biggest complaint is just, when are we going to have partnership? Concession has not done anything for us. In the end, someone is benefiting and whatnot. It certainly is not Liberia. But again, that's the leadership we've chosen, and we'll continue to just, I guess, be in there hoping one day things will change, but it don't seem like anything's going to change. So that's it. Let's listen to our people. I know we don't have a lot of time. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Gus. And folks, our guys have already set the basis for our talking points, so we're not going to go around again because of time. So with the 25 more minutes we have, I don't know what Esther want to chip in, but if not, we can go to the phone lines. You listen to the reading that the the rice money whatsoever that was allegedly used by the former foreign minister. According to the information we gather, there was no money or rice, in his control. He was not signatory to any the money or the rice. All right. According to the information, the guys who were in charge, they ones to be held liable, but not the former foreign minister. So Futa Corporation was the one that took delivery of the rice through the foundation, this King Salam Foundation. So according to the information, former Minister Maxwell Kimia was not signatory to that rice. He did not receive it directly under his watch as Minister of Foreign Affairs. The monies for the renovation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs did not go to him. The bidding process was done, and MDNC was the one that won the bid to carry on the renovation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Right. So let's hear from you, our Liberian people. Let's get your view on this issue. So you can go and call us now, 0770-297-016. 0770-297-016 is the female line. 0770-104-104. The numbers, and 0886-500-104. Call and make your contribution right here on the program from the Premier.
Would you want us to take comments?
All right. I think the comments will do, Esther. Let's do the comments first. Then we take few calls.
Thank you. We have Henry Tito Jr. says, good morning. I am following you from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the update to our country, Mama Liberia. We have Princess Favor Minion says, good morning, I'm watching. We have Diana Janice says, good morning. My Freedom FM family, I'm watching from my residence in Manhattan, New York City. Thanks for the information to our country, Mama Liberia. We have Kevin Soko watching from Boston, Magibi County, Liberia. We have Moba Besa watching from Philadelphia, USA. We have Decent Babe Davis says, good morning, watching from Brewerville. We have Barbara Rose Stanford says, good morning. I'm watching from my residence in Brooklyn, New York City. Thanks for the great information to our country. We have William Bando says, watching. Juju Wunwa is also following. Peter Tokpa says, good morning. Following from Dupont Road, we have Ma Martha's son. Good morning. Freedom FM family, I'm following from Harper, Magibi County. We have Gata Harris.
Harper or Maryland? Not Magibi.
Habel, sorry.
Habel, okay.
Right. And we have Gata Harris. Gata says, good morning. I am watching live from my Visual Media Incorporated office in Dole Community. We have T. Max West Wille says, good morning, darling. Good morning to you too. And he says, and Mr. Nimlin, I'm watching from the Japan Freeway Battery Factory. We have Stanley Bosu says, I'm watching from Congress City. I'm Stanley. And then, okay, so far, these are all of the comments we have.
Thank you very much, Sadaku, for bringing us the comments. Let's hear from you, our Liberian people. Let's go to the phone lines and hear from you. But I want to say a big thank you to all of you for always, following us, as we come and give you the information you want to get for your country, Liberia. Barbara Rose Stanford, Moba Besa, all of you watching, I want to say thank you so much. Let's take our first call. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, we lost that caller. I didn't cut you off, or somebody took you off the line. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. It's past midday.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I'm Toga. I call from brother.
Toga, it's good having you on the show. You have a minute to make your point. Let's hear you.
Yeah, the former is like people trying to set it up because the same way they set our officials also that they can silence them and then wash away or strip away our party face on the surface of the air and Liberia is the same thing they try to apply on the much like that came in about. Then I watch up. My advice to him is when he's proven right against the government because the party here they want to eliminate it, he should sue. He should sue them. It's been too long and run. Every official they want to bring them down so that they can wash away the name of CDC that want to chase him. He should sue them. If you don't decide to play far, what will who in that far will not be playing with that with them and kids in the other way. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Toga. Thanks for your contribution. Let's talk to another person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're live on the print news on Freedom FM and Radio LIB. Let's hear your name and where you join us from.
I do join you from the Western region, to be precise, from Bombing County.
You said Todmanburg, Bombing County.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead. You have a minute to make your point. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm so excited on the ruling. You know, in Labrador, when 4 years issue about corruption stigma, they see that automatically the person has done it. But I'm going to say bravo to the investigation team that carry on their work. But the people who are responsible for this that know that whenever somebody elect of a court, the law is you can invite the person to the court. But sometimes forceful method, looking at government official carrying them forcefully, and you know, to jail is not necessary. There's a procedure internally issue to the team, but job well done because I know everybody said they may not, he was convicted of the crime, he did it, but I want to say bravo to the law. The law take equals.
Thank you very much. Though the case is stay at the courts, there's the investigation done by Front Page Africa. We just brought to you, but let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Have 1 minute to make your point.
Yeah, thank you for the show. Yeah, your police, we trying to say this thing over and over, and our religious leaders or whosoever are sitting looking at it. They are taking to your country or taking to power to really second some person. Yeah. Because you will not get something as the name of Jesus, or you will not ask, oh, we will arrest people and put them in jail. Only because you want to get accepted people. It is wrong. Our country was peaceful before, but not every day you can get your dog on your other side. You arrest somebody, you arrest the other person. Why you not get happy enough when you arrest the person? But why you investigate? What worry you in? What you worry? What you pushing you? There are now things in the country that you're supposed to pay attention to. I'm not wanting people here and there, but only because you won't get the so systemic group of people in jail. It is wrong. And if you want to do this, you do it according to the law. We think that, they made a point that instead of voting that we are going to get in, and the phone to them, you should say, and yes, they made the training country day to day. And the police, whosoever, just to call it tomorrow. Because you can't attack other people, and go to get support to what they do. They will come on back. That will problem with the whole world who get in the country. They get the passion. They get other people.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. But let us not, talk about war. War is not the way forward for our country. Look, the reason why when we sit here, we don't allow people to talk about war, because some of us, we celebrated the coming of the war because we didn't know what about war. So we just felt that war was going to bring gold and diamond to our country. That war was going to turn our streets to gold. War was going to turn all of the buildings in this country to glass. We didn't know that war was going to destroy us. So the 14 years we fought, we and our neighbors, they didn't sign contract that while you'll be fighting war, and we'll wait for you until you're finished fighting war before we start development together. We didn't sign any contract with any of our neighbors like that. While we were fighting war, our neighbors were moving ahead. That's why you see today we are celebrating other African countries around us, because the 14 years we wasted, they were making use out of it, developing their country. let's hear from Dr. Mansisi, the female Yeke. Welcome to the show, Dr. Mansisi.
Thank you. Let me say hi to my brother, Darren Dapo, and my son, Masali, and my brother, big brother, Gus, in the diaspora. Look, what I want to say to the black people about pressure with them.
Then you call Gus your big brother, then you call me Piggy?
Well, I'll call you Piggy. The opposite, I don't mind that. You know the
Yes.
Yeah, what's more to
I won't hold you too. I won't hold you. Ain't that won't hold me? I won't hold you too. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say with them, maybe when I may say to other people who have never look what I want to ask. I want to ask Mary Bro, what kind of document she sent to the people who they arrested Kiriade, and they were blanful also arresting Mary Bro too. What kind of document she sent to them? Because they sent a document to the government. And last a kid after Kiriya, a kid after Rome, and she the one who was the third person they arrested. But they were fully on our plan to say, oh, that's Mary Bro. What kind of document she sent to the people that went after the people? And two, my question is to you that Buakai, the president of this country. Let Barawala there, what is that Barawala there? I will not know about. That also will have different information. What can I do in the Barawala there? I will not know. When they're selling a blood that will be slave to America now, we don't know what's going on. And I tell how you go far or a agreement, they are close to one that men know about it. If you go to the next lecture, nothing will happen. You tell us Sunday, you let the same Sunday. Then you told us this, you're doing your own speaker, who said, Mr. Cool, that you had a regime speaker at that time. That when you get opposition speaker, anything coming, they will not pass it. But when you get a regime speaker, anything come, what a government people will pass it. That's what they told us. So now you see they're going back now, and they say they'll go to America, all they will suffer like this. Nothing going on, all they see the politics of the country, not nothing they can do. They can say, they can say, class, and we can have death so. What will I see the sense of the people now that will not know anything about our there? Let them cast it off. Let me say, Prophet Africa, dig on the story, and dig on deeper one hour before, and then story out. But life of Kenya, but I'm Kenya, I will shoot the government. I will shoot them. And I just community, not that because they will not be treated for water or everything. Everything on my, every mission on my head. But it's a big waste. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mansisi, aka the female Yeke. The woman said that I'm a call now. So let's talk to this person. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, my dear people, Mr. Winyel and Mr. Ninami, and good afternoon to our brilliant panel in the diaspora for the tremendous effort in the interest of our people's country.
For the recognition. I'm pocket.
For the recognition for the public, I'm pocket Robert. And I join you this afternoon for our unknown destinations. Oh, people, we know this government, they are very disgraceful and they are shameless. That's why you see they'll be proceeding in a directionless manner. What mean they lost direction? That's why they'll be proceeding in a directionless manner. But we want to tell Mr. Parker, going after our people, you just see me yourself every day. Because every day you bring any purported crap against our people be vindicated. You see now? You just go here and rest. You just took the man from in your bedroom with his family. Respect for that man. This character, you took him from your bedroom and see you humiliate him. Or you see you're done, you are humiliating yourself. You are not a leader. You are not a leader. See, the two. Parker has signed a deal that I expect this delay party will be celebrating. But I don't know what. Or people or Nina, why they're celebrating the 1.8 million. Celebrating the police, celebrating for most money in a far million. Or I got 1.8 billion. The new party is celebrating. Wow. What the motive? What the king of motive behind the 1.8 million?
Maybe the reason they're not celebrating because it was done behind closed doors, so they don't know what is in it to celebrate.
It was something that actually the people have realized that the federal government is not for a criminality government. That we cannot put the people interest in their hands. The better was just make people here, they will put it in their hands. Few months, you see, if you look at the after the money looting. What are the first in it? In the product method, so I private jet, looting our get form, or there is no benefit in the market. All our people, to let conclude. All our people can't do that our thing. Catching your number, don't be scared. Don't know what carry cat or is the police director. No. How about you apply it in water? Apply it at come on. Hey, try anything to protect us. You will be cut a minute second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's rush on the time because okay, let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, Edmund. It's good having you on the show this afternoon.
Yeah, let me say hi to Esther and to our brother in the USA. You know, Boga can be in line. Boga, you either on no destination for the Boga, you better come out. Look, we are a country, we don't know. I don't know why sometimes it is a surprise to us as citizens. Because the guys run around here doing the campaign, they say CDC, the good party, no good people there, they know nothing, the JSDC did not develop it. So to be able to allow them for that point to be legitimate, it's going to arrest us, arrest those that support us, and put them in jail, quote unquote, that we were corrupt because we didn't know how to develop. So all I was doing, all the money we were collecting our own, we just collect the money again. So that is the picture that they're trying to paint up there. You know? So what we need to do now is to come up and bring the rightful information up. How in this world you will go for race building, even if you look at the tail overload, it is there. Kenya was saying the two warehouses and a disaster and where little working. The two warehouses were designated for the rights to be kept there. And then you see communication where the money came directly to the vendor that was to buy the range just to build the whole electronic. In fact, people wanted to use local farmer here. But because the government said they will not find no local farmer here in the country to purchase the right, that is how come they selected footer. They said, okay, you can deal with footer. All the teachers, they get a team, normal, everything is there. The government didn't do investigation. They didn't also get the money to go and arrest the people that carry them. So why is it indictment? Why are they persecuting them? We say what people say. But they are not going to fight it. If they come to realize that they were wrongly judged, they can sue the government of Nigeria. Whether they get an outcome, this is an outcome, but they be on record that you wrongly arrested me.
Okay.
In there, we are going to sue you. That needs to be done.
Okay.
Okay? So quickly to conclude, the question that they get about it was not only on this show. The last one is going to get $2 million that we deal with it, and it's all government. The really last one, the independent came from President Trump, the white president that I love.
Okay.
They were jumping for all year congratulating. How can you sign $1.8 billion when I get anything for you? Come on and celebrate.
Thank you.
Are we going to Washington, D.C. to celebrate the $1.8 billion?
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Thank you, Edmund.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to Texas Garden.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I would like to say, I want to say, I would love to discuss the issue. I would like to say one day.
Dr. Masisi, you already got another friend again. Living confession.
I love her so much. So I discuss the issue.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. And to the issue about the agreement that was signed between the government of Liberia and the United States, I think that was wrong because every agreement, second agreement, should be passed to the parliament before the president will secret about the signed document that we have heard people we don't know nothing about it. As you want to say, okay, but today, every agreement, the in a country or in a company should be transparent and it should be open to the public, and the public will give their view. It should start to the House of Parliament. But I think this government is not going on the right track. And to the issue of the arrest issues that they carry out former official of jail, and today is coming on that the former minister is not responsible for that. I think the government, before you arrest somebody, you should have the evidence, you should have everything, and you should have all the necessary documents before they arrest anyone. But you should not just people everybody because you feel that you want to arrest former official of government, there's no allegations, they don't have the evidence, and today they can't go to say that the former minister is to the point. I think you should have government that before you arrest anyone, you should have the evidence.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
My name is Daniel Shaki.
It's good having you this afternoon. Let's hear your contribution. You have a minute.
Yeah, but what I want to say to our people is they keep waiting for jobs we are asking to come up in the country. Now, we keep wishing the Joseph Oga administration will not able to succeed. Anybody, you see to the job, you have to say that you see to the so you want dig to find where you get in the restaurant. And job we are there. Yes, so the thing is, you replacing and the job we are doing, we are saying that one dig. And you cannot focus on the name of job we are. But the government of government will always fail. When you have number to your country, what they want, and you'll come out number, there will be no good news of you. I don't say there is nothing good because the wicked and the last people in the country. Taking people for job for the own benefit, as a citizen in the country, to get job to sustain a family themselves. You take them on a job in the name of what they support George Weah. You will never sustain this country. So when you keep talking about the people, what they put you in there to do, to be careful after job, you are all you
okay.
can see you have nothing to respect. Take my phone number to this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we're not taking any more calls because of time. We've pressed for time, so we are not taking any more calls. How many more days to the enough is enough protest? Somebody is saying to me 9 more days. All right. So those of you who have your families back home in the diaspora, please, you have to reach out to help them to get some food in the house, because what we are hearing about 3 days protest is not going to be easy. We hope this protest is going to work, because what we are hearing, 3 days, enough is enough protest. How many more days? 9 more days. So please remember your family back home. If you have a little something to send to them to get some food, please do. All right. We want to say thanks to all of you, but let me send controls back to my guys to get their closing comment, and then we go home. So I don't know. Aliyu, Gus, let's hear from you.
Yeah, thanks there to the callers for participating on the show. And like my ICC just said, it is true. Just as I said, once this information that Front Page Africa is reporting, when it is true, the government needs to apologize to Mr. Kimia, or else Mr. Kimia can sue the government, because you can't do that to him. This is a man who people respect in that country, and you can't come to humiliate him, to make him to look, to denigrate character. That's not good. And when it comes to the protest, I said all over and over, that protest, the only way that protest is going to succeed if people conduct themselves in an orderly manner. Don't go protest and you start hating people cars, you start going to government ministries and things, or throwing stone. And when they start to tear gas you people, everybody scatter, and that's the end, because the next day, nobody will want to go for protest again. So the best thing when you go, you do what you're supposed to do, because yesterday people are start saying from the Unity Party Black that they will make sure they will counter, they come in with a counter protest. So they doing this to make sure that they destroy the whole protest. So when it is done peacefully and you conduct yourself, you make sure people who are coming in your midst, anybody you see going out of order, y'all have them arrested, because we know people will join the protest. At the end of the day, to spoil the protesters, they will say, oh, they said they were coming for peaceful protest. You saw what they were doing. So they had to be very, very much vigilant. For me, I support every peaceful protest in the country. So far, so good. Thanks to the callers. God bless America. God bless Liberia.
Thank you, Aliyu. Gus, let's go home. Gus is not here, so I think Gus slipped off. All right, folks, we want to say a big thank you to all of you for being there today. We'll be back here, God's willing, tomorrow on the midweek edition of the show. And we say a big thank you to our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia, headed by Old Man Sam Sion, who is celebrating his anniversary today alongside his wife. And I want to say happy birthday to Senator Johnny Bay of Bond County. Johnny Bay celebrates his birthday today, and we say happy birthday to you, Senator Johnny Bay. Hope you celebrate in a grand style. And our man, Chief Superintendent Stephen Quantes Sawe of the Liberia National Police also celebrates his birthday today. So thanks to all of you. We'll be here tomorrow, God's willing. Until then, play safe and keep the peace.